Yesterday was an important day for me. It's really hard to express the sonorous impression that this combination of recent personal events have had on my soul. I'm just hit with the memory after memory and emotion after emotion, both good and bad. These next weeks are going to set the stage for getting out of limbo and for my life in general. I hope for the positive. I have to make the choice each day to fight, because if I give in to anything besides stoicism, any retreat, then I'm going to mess up this momentum that I so desperately need. Unfortunately, every single time it seems like I'm coming out of a flare, it comes back. But that being said, I'm still seeing positive direction. However, I am nervous in that I seem to be going in the right direction right before I was hit with, now quite some time ago, in May, where I was hit with this flare that I've still been trying to deal with. So I'm very cognizant that in like basically 4 ways, if I go wrong, I'm like right on the edge, things will decline, and I'm fighting every day to make sure that doesn't happen. There's such a profound let me just say that everything just seems to be connecting together, and there are times when I truly feel like I want to give up, or that I wish that I wasn't even here with the amount of suffering. But then there are times when the exact opposite occurs, and I hadn't had that opposite feeling for quite some time, so I'm appreciative for that. Yet another thing that has been a thorn in my side is just when it seems like I'm making positive moves for business and the financial thing, I get hit with setbacks. But I just have to keep pushing through. The main thing is trying to continue this taper, which has gotten, well, it's really been, but it's just so rough in fighting that battle and just staying on the diet, staying on what I know works. But even a small amount of financial success right now would make a big difference. It's just the limbo is the perfect encapsulation of all of this. But as hard as it is, a lot of these problems are things I've been able to kick the can down the road, so to speak, because I've been in such bad health and able to just numb out. And now they're with me fully, and it's much better to be in that than where I was. I don't even know where I was. Things are so much clearer to me now. It just feels like I wasn't even living before, and it's definitely difficult sometimes for things to be clear when things have been numbed out, perhaps for good reason. I really hope that these logs can be both a cautionary tale and you can take the good out of them as well. I just hope that I will have some outreach where these will be browsed by people in a similar state, particularly young people. I really am speaking to myself at age 19 when I had this horrendous disease that, in hindsight, I had for pretty most of my life, but it when it finally became impossible to ignore, and when GI symptoms came, rather than just, I had every other symptom in the book, but the GI symptoms, funnily enough, came last. But once they started, it was so extreme. And but maybe they can also be good as a logging of finances too. I don't know. I'm just trying to make these videos. I know for a fact they're helpful for me. I'd much rather do this than do therapy and such. That's for sure. But I really want to start putting out better videos. But I know for a fact these next 2 weeks are kind of just staying the line is going to be nightmarish. Every day is going to be so incredibly hard for various reasons. But I hope I can just come out of this as a success, and logging this is a bit helpful in that regard as well. So there's a car alarm. Much love and take care.